I mean, if you get this big selling wick, you can retry it, but this candle opened bullish, so. Longs to supply do not look bad. Um, Kind of favoring a dip, but let me fill out my journal real quick. I'm gonna be very picky with my trades. I'm looking for a dip buy, something that I can take ES to supply with. Ideally, something right here and take it to supply. I'm very bullish for ES to get to supply. Trading with Trump in office is nuts. I know. I know, it's great. Just not for the second hour of trading. And as you guys know on my channel, I did try. Obviously, this morning would have been much better. I did attempt to, last 2 days, trade futures and options at the same time. I can't do it. That's not a possibility. It's just, there's no way I can do it. It's way too much going on, way too much to manage. Not a fan. Looks like it's going to be the waiting game. I mean, it can go up. ES can go up to supply at any moment. Um, and this isn't even a valid supply. Never mind. It's not even a valid supply. I forgot that this is glitched for some reason. This supply down here is not valid. See, it broke over. Forgot about that. 61.8 it is. I do like this buying wick for potential entry. Kind of a chase. And now I can't enter because it made a higher high. That buying wick was a good entry though. For the 61.8 at least. But I don't, if it just goes straight up with no consolidation, no anything, I can't just blindly enter longs. Oh, I knew that was a good entry. I called it out. Yeah, it's pretty much a PT now. Unfortunate. It's almost like I called how bullish it was. Never able to get in though. Never able to get in. I'm gonna have to enter all the way up here is what's gonna happen because I told you guys the setups that I entered in the very beginning and opened those call trades, those were phenomenal trades. Um, and we have beautiful trend lines up here. Yeah, this shit's bullish, guys. This is bullish. That's why I said, the market was looking so bearish, but I'm not gonna chase shorts anymore because I took one tiny reversal trade right here. I'm not chasing shorts because lately it's just been retracing these crazy insane drops. Why is that supply not real? It broke. It's just glitched. It shouldn't be showing. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. And I'm bullish on pretty much any dip. I'm bullish for new high of day. Did NQ at least get to the 61.8? NQ didn't even get there. I may just have to buy on this dip. I don't really want to, but um, I may have to do it. I'll wait for the last 10 seconds. We put in a buying wick. I'll give it a chance. I really wish I could have entered that last trade, but it came and went in the blink of an eye. It's not realistic. Are we gonna put in a huge buying wick? Again, I'd recommend trading much lighter size. I'm trading on only a single account because just stop losses and PTs are gonna be so far away. That did not close right, so I cannot enter. I am still bullish on dips for ES, but as tempting as it is, we did sweep a pivot and supply and close that candle pretty bearish. Unless I see a bullish candle show up, NQ's looking like it's going to want to drop to this blue line here. Doesn't feel like it should go straight back up. Yeah, well, rarely does the market do what we feel it should do. That's a bearish liquidity sweep on ES. I'm surprised that this candle is closing bearish. We'll see if it does. Nope, never mind. It's closing bullish. Not a terrible long entry. Not a terrible long entry. I may take a small stab at it. Is this candle going to open green on NQ? It is. You could take a small stab at it if you want. I'm trading just freaking minuscule size, just 2 micros, but I'd wait for the candle to flip red again. I mean, sorry, green again. But I mean, it's not bad. It just seems like everything's a gamble. That's the problem. I don't like that this buying wick did not make a lower low, but ES did. We could go for a pretty big bounce here. It's not really closing right. Or this candle didn't close right. NQ looks great to go up. I need ES to bounce though. I don't know if it wants to bounce. I'm not sure what ES is actually doing. I mean, it just retested VWAP up. It got 3 lower lows with buying wicks. I don't like how NQ looks like a miniature bear flag right now. Not a big fan of that, but we'll see. This candle opened pretty bearish. I think NQ is going to want to break the downside, sweep a low, and then it may bounce. If it doesn't, and it just gets this high, you could take. I mean, these trades are so big. I'm thinking about just moving my stop to break even. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Do I sell when it gets the high? Or should I go for the 61.8? These are good questions. 61.8's far though. That's really far. Do we really think it's gonna get all the way there? What do you guys think? Type in chat. You guys think the NQ is gonna get to the 61.8? I'm not really feeling it, especially with this candle flipping red like this. I guess it just depends on it, not only if we get to this high, but how we get to the high. Where's, if I do ES's fib, that was a perfect 78.6 rejection. That's my issue, but you don't have to do that fib, and you can go further up here. I do like this one more though. So I'm battling a 78.6 rejection. This looks like bearish consolidation to me on ES. This is not bullish. At least short term. Now it can go up, but I'm thinking it does something like this. Well, it did the first part of what I said. Don't know if it's going to do the second part, but we did sweep those lows. The way this candle's looking right now, I don't know if it's going to bounce. It's not allowing that buying wick to grow much. No, it's looking pretty bearish. I have a feeling like this is going to stop me out, then go up. Um, I don't really see that 78.6 rejection actually playing out. That was way too hard of a bounce for that to happen, but I'll leave it it's a possibility. But there's not really a better place to put my stop loss. I'm thinking when it hits, probably going to bleed down to the blue line. And then it may be chop time from there, to be honest. That's kind of what it's looking like. But if you are leaning somewhat bearish, 78.6 PT is just under this blue line on ES. So we have a long way down if that actually plays out. I don't think it's going to play out. I think we're probably going to head back up. Looks like NQ is going to go for this blue line here. I am willing to take a reversal trade when it does sweep that blue line. But we'll see. Where's the 78.6 rejection? It's on ES. It's on my chart. Look at it. I guess you guys can't see the numbers, but it's up there. That 78.6 rejection is playing out. That's a really good stop loss, but wow, I do not think that's going to play out. Technically, we could go all the way back down to low of day. No longer willing to take any kind of reversal trade. It is pretty bearish. In fact, I'm looking for a really high risk to reward short trade all the way back down to new low of day at the moment. It did sweep my blue line and bounce. I'm not. It's hard for me to believe it's going to go back up. That's a confirmed 78.6 rejection. I'll be bullish again if it gets all the way back up here. I don't like shorts on this bounce. By the way, my screen froze, so my Wi-Fi just dumped. And I missed my opportunity for shorts. That sucks. That is small bearish consolidation. That is a decent short entry there. I would be willing to take a stab, but it didn't bounce high enough. So I'm going to sit on the sidelines for a bit, but I do like shorts here. I'm very tempted to enter, but if I lose on this trade, I don't have enough TA to warrant this trade. So, of course, I'm willing to win, but if I lose when I review my trades, I'm going to look stupid for entering that. There's not enough going on there. But I am pretty bearish. Guess I'll turn these up so you guys can see the price if you really want to. NQ just made a lower low with a buying wick. If you want a small reversal trade, this is not bad at all. I did not expect that to happen. If it gets within the last 10 seconds, I'll give it a small chance. Or the candle's just going to be the biggest candle ever. I gave it a tiny chance, but in the second it got the huge selling wick. So unless the selling wick goes away, I wouldn't follow it. Dude, my Wi-Fi is having so much issues this morning. Like all my screens keep freezing. I'm gonna need to bring out my phone. This is not optimal to trade with. It's a tiny trade I entered with. I'm trading with really small sides. It's okay. My trading view is busted. Oh, now it's better. I'm just trading with really small size. I can't really do much. It is a nice reversal setup. Is it really gonna play out? I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I'm not I'm not super confident in really anything right now. Oh, it was a nice entry. I give it that. I guess I will have this as my PT, but it's so far away. Is it really gonna get there? Like after how much it dropped? Like it finally did enough to convince me it was bearish, and now it's up a ton if you want to take profits. I would want to, but technically my futures trading, it needs to be an actual PT and not just for money. But you can take profits if you want. That hit 200 ticks. That hit 40 points. Sorry, 50 points. I wish I did because that is a huge selling wick. I'd be very surprised if that entire selling wick invalidates. That was a massive selling wick with a very big volume spike. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. We have a perfect trend line. I did not think it was possible, folks. We do indeed have a perfect trend line. Doesn't mean this trade's going to play out, but we do have a perfect 3-point touch trend line on NQ. So I'm very bullish for this trend line to break at some point. May not happen during this trade, but at some point in the future. And never be mistaken. It's always during the second hour that you get these types of formations and you just get chopped up. Unless this candle closes with a big buying wick, it's not looking too good. I do see a potential inverse head and shoulders, but it looks like that selling wick is playing out. I did tell you guys I did not expect that selling wick to invalidate on this candle. But there's still a possibility due to this inverse head and shoulders. But this candle did not close good either. Candle did not close good at all. So this candle needs to go lower. And it did go lower. Let's see how much lower it goes. Yeah, these trades are very big, so don't size down if you need to. This trade was up 55 points. Told you guys you can sell if you want, but technically it's bad psych on my end if I sell because that was not any kind of PT at all. I need to sell at a price target. I can't just sell for money. I'm gonna hang it on my phone until this does something interesting. I don't know which way it's gonna break. It has a decent chance to break to the upside because it's more tested and it's a perfect trend line. But I won't be confident in an upside break unless we can at least push above this high and not immediately retrace back down. If we stay under this white line, I'm kind of thinking bears are going to take over again. The feed is very choppy today. I don't know why it's choppy. Type in chat in YouTube. I don't know why it's choppy. You guys are getting scammed, it looks like. Not sure what the deal is with YouTube. Try pausing it, letting it buffer, and then playing it, but I don't know. You guys can hear me fine in Discord, right? Is Discord like fine and clear? You guys aren't having issues with that? It's only YouTube. Everyone says yes. All right, well, just the YouTube people then, which is fine. By far, most people are in Discord, so. Concerned ES wants to drag down NQ. I'm really liking NQ's potential. I love the way it closed that candle. Looked really good. Is ES going to drag it down, though? Dev says YouTube sees fine on my end. Yeah, I guess it's here and there. NQ got to my white line, my magical white line. I need it to get there and not get a huge selling wick right as it gets there, which unfortunately I think it's actually fairly likely to do. As far as the fibs go, I mean, this is a big pattern. You can realistically extend it to the 61.8. Do I really think it's going to get there, though? I mean, it is a solid breakout, but I mean, doing that, it doesn't seem like a lot. My PT is already 330 ticks away, and that would bring you up to 448. I'd rather not. On the nuts for that, but. And it put in a huge selling wick. That's exactly what I thought was likely to happen, and that can't happen. So, not looking too good. You can stop at break even if you want. I'm gonna let it play out. I don't really care. But that is exactly what can't happen. So now it doesn't look nearly as good. Now, if we go back up, it's gonna look great, but the chances of it going back up are not great. So we'll see. I have a hard PT at the 61.8. I don't know though. Probably gonna move it down. This candle's nice, but it doesn't actually mean anything because it's so likely to close with a massive selling wick again. It did close with a big selling wick. I wouldn't say it's massive, but it's definitely large. I'm thinking NQ is at least gonna come all the way back. That's why I said that candle doesn't really mean anything. I'm starting to think NQ is gonna come all the way down to my white line, and then maybe it'll sweep and have a really good chance to move up. I just don't see a really good chance for it to move up at the moment. I mean, you can sell if you want to, but the initial hypothesis isn't validated, so I can't sell it. So I'm just hanging on my phone waiting to see what's gonna happen. Still think this is going to dip into the red. If I were certain it was going to, I would sell now. I'm not certain it's going to. You know, at any time this can just squeeze to the upside. I think it's going to put in a little double fake prophecy. I already faked to the upside technically, fake to the downside, sweep, and then maybe go up. So I'm just going to keep hanging on my phone, wait for something cool to happen. But this is some serious compression right now, so it's going to be interesting to see which way this breaks out. Did exactly what I said it was going to do. Now it has a chance to go up. Again, I don't know if it's going to, but now we kind of got the double fake going. It did the sweep. It would be nice to see it go up, but if this candle doesn't close green, I don't like. No, this candle's bearish. It's looking like it may stop me out. That is a bearish candle. It's a very bearish candle. Is it going to close bearish, though? That's the question. Didn't close bearish, but this candle's opening bearish. I think it's going to sweep my stop, then come back up. That's what I'm thinking it's going to do. NQ flipped weak on us. Yeah, I think it's going to sweep this low, then come back up. Looks like I'm going to be 0 for 2 with this chop. Well, it was a very green to red trade, but you gotta love the second hour. You gotta love the second hour of trading. That's technically a short entry. I'm gonna retry longs one more time if we come back up. And that was such a good trade. It was up 220 ticks in the beginning. Unfortunately, I just can't sell if I don't have a PT. That's not good trading. So if we sweep this low and come back up, I'll give it one more attempt. Other than that, there's nothing I can do. It's chopping just as predicted. And, I'm probably going to finish out this week. I'm going to do one more day, but I'm probably going to stop live streaming for a bit because, like, dude, I make so much money in the mornings, like clockwork. Every single day I come in here, second hour, and then the first half of the third hour, it just chops sideways and just starts compressing. It goes from like the most volatile day ever to now we're just going to go sideways in this range during this time. There's no point in trading this time of day. So We'll see. I'll take one, maybe two more trades to see if I get anything. I'm bearish for NQ to at least sweep this low, and we'll see what happens. And it could sweep a lot lower because ES is going to want to go there, and ES is stronger than NQ. NQ just hit PT. It's a beautiful stop loss. Reversal trade isn't bad, but I'm not willing to just take a bunch of trades. ES is almost at that level. Was a beautiful short guru. And the second hour is just the typical second hour things. I do really like a reversal trade to the upside. It's hard to see this thing just kind of bleeding to low a day. I don't think that's gonna happen. Is that a perfect double bottom on ES? It is. It is a perfect double bottom on ES. That needs to break. Especially when the market's this volatile. It would be sick if it bounced really hard because that would be a very good trade. Oh yeah, ES wants that. ES wants that level to break. It should get it here. It's a nice bounce. It's too low for me to enter. I can enter here, like all the way up here. I can't put together a trade like that when it's that close. Very bearish for this to break though. We'll see if I'll even get an opportunity to trade that. Nah, it looks like it's gonna break right now. Nice short scalp if you took it. There's the break. Willing to take a reversal trade here on NQ because NQ is stronger. It did just sweep the low, but I mean, you're working with very tight stop losses. Like if this closes as a bull hammer, I'm willing to give it a very small shot. I mean, that last trade was technically a reversal trade. Didn't feel like it because I didn't have a great fill, but it was technically a reversal trade. That was up a ton. This candle is not closing right though, so no reversal trade for me. Unless these last few seconds are magical. Nope. Yeah, but I'm starting to think like maybe it does just go back to low of day. I don't really see it, but you know it could. That's a decent reversal candle. I'm willing to take a gamble on that trade. I would like it to get to the 61.8 though. That would be nice. Doesn't have to, but that is a nice reversal candle. I would have entered already if I didn't have my 10-second rule. And then once it gets to this high, stop loss at break even, let it go. But unfortunately, the candle I'm going to enter just happens to be the world's biggest freaking candle. You got to be kidding me. And now I got to enter all the way up here. Love to see it. Oh, I filled it. I'll give it a chance. Terrible, terrible entry though. Pisses me off, but it's a valid trade. I'm not a, it is a very valid trade. I do not like it at all, only because I'm upset that I did not get a good fill at all. My stop loss should be at break even right now, and we should be writing it, but that's not the case. It's a very conservative PT. That is an ugly selling wick. You do not want to see that. It's actually a very ugly selling wick. This may go right back down right now, and it is. See, that would have been really nice if I got the average that I wanted, because I would just stop at break even. Would you ever start a live stream before market opens? Absolutely not. I'm way too busy in the mornings to be talking to you guys. And unlike my futures trading, I actually make a lot of money trading options. So, yeah, no, I have no desire to talk to you guys. That's way too much work. Well, it was a great trade. If I got the average that I wanted, it would have just been a stop loss to break even. I'm 0-3 today. Not really getting anything. I'll try one more time if it gets to the 61.8. That could be a short entry, but I'm not willing to take it. Bryce said he doesn't love us in board. No, yeah. I'm not. No way in hell I'm talking while I'm trading options and typing. Not gonna happen. You guys have my options alert channel. That is plenty. Just hire someone to type for you. It doesn't work, T Crafty. I'm not doing all that. It's way too much work. I jumped through enough hoops already. Is getting a bot more work than typing? Getting a bot would ruin it because every single fill I take would just be uploaded to the channel and there would be a small delay on that, but it would just be a million pings of, I take 10 contracts a trade. It'll be bing, 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 trim, million pings. Just it's not feasible. I don't need to type, like, the amount I type is perfectly fine right now. Like, that's not the issue. The issue is I'm not doing that and talking to you guys. It's way too much work. My options channel does more hand holding than any other analyst. You guys don't need any more hand holding. That may have perfectly stopped me out. It is putting in a bear pennant. I'm not bearish for it though. I think it's got a pretty decent chance of actually going up. I hope it goes down, sweeps the lower low because I want to take longs again. I am bullish in this area. Like in this general area of price action, I am pretty bullish. Heard it here. That's a wrong here, partner. Oh, you fixed it. Okay. I can have Tommy, homie. Yeah, Tommy's good. Tommy's very good. Now watch this perfectly stop me out and then actually run to the upside. I want to hop back in right now. I really do because I am bullish, but it's not perfect psych, unfortunately. I will not do that. That's bullish on NQ. That's a very bullish candle open. NQ's so much stronger than ES. I think we may end up squeezing out of this. I think it's very likely we squeeze to the upside here. Not willing to take a loss on it though, so I can't enter, but I'm willing to take one more trade today. And realistically, I'm going to trade later today by myself because the 4th to 5th hour has been printing. Every single day, it's been fantastic to trade. I'm going to do some much bigger futures trading during that time. Not live, but we'll see. I'm going to finish it out tomorrow. If tomorrow it does the same shit, just chop for the 2nd and 3rd hour, there's no point in doing this because it's costing me too much money. It's not worth it. It's a very bullish candle close on NQ. Gonna hang it on my phone till there's something that I can trade. If it doesn't sweep the lower low, I can re-enter up here-ish for an inverse head and shoulders, but we'll see. Would you switch to the 4th and 5th hour instead? Yeah, but to live stream, I don't know. I'm probably gonna go a week, maybe a couple weeks, especially with the mentorship happening. I'm gonna be so busy with stuff. I'm just gonna trade solo because I make so much more money when I trade solo. I mean, hell, just last night took a short trade in Asia, $2,000 in 10 minutes. Like fantastic. But I don't know if this 2nd hour is just cursed or what it is, but it's like for last except 2 weeks in January, pretty much every day this year has been at best a 50% win rate. Even though I just come off of massive mornings with 550% in options gains, just completely dies off right when that 1st hour finishes. Meow Mix says, what is the fourth and fifth hour in Eastern time? Well, it is the fourth and fifth hour of market open. That's why I don't say specific time. I just say the fourth and fifth hour of market open. So I don't know. You're going to have to count. That's a nice buying wick. I think we're in for a squeeze to the upside. I really hope we don't, because I'm not going to be in. But I'm really feeling a squeeze to the upside here. I really wish I didn't perfectly to the penny sweep my stop loss. I really hope I'm wrong, though. See you later, Lisa. Did I not just say on the last candle it's going to short squeeze? It's almost like we called it. It's almost like we called it. And watch. When it finally goes high enough to trigger me in, and then it's going to dump back down. Or it would be sick if it just goes down right now. That would be really awesome. And in fact, I would say it would be a good short, but ES missed its higher high. So I'm not confident in that at all. Correct, Guru. Yeah, if I enter on a green candle, I'm chasing. There's ES with the higher high. Looks good. I called it perfectly. I called it one candle in advance. Looks great to short squeeze. And that, if I wasn't streaming, that is a trade I would have taken. But because I'm streaming, I gotta follow my edge. Unfortunately, that edge is really only best for the first hour. So I'm gonna take a break from streaming after this week and just trade just completely subjectively so I can actually make money during this time of day. But let's see, that is a bull flag on ES. I'm not really feeling it to break to the upside. Honestly, if I'm kind of down to take a short on ES if it sweeps and comes to here. I don't think it's terrible. That is a bullish candle open though, so I'm not thinking that's going to happen. But honestly, I kind of like it. No, that's a perfect trend line on ES though. It is the perfect trend line on ES. Trade subjectively. Lost money. No swag game made money. When was that? The only time I traded very subjectively with you guys was it was on Thursday or Friday of last week, and I made money fairly easily. I was up in 15 minutes. I was up 1,500 per account. Lost some. Ended up finishing plus 700 per account, and it wasn't a day where it's moving like this. So, and being half size trading micros, I was actually up a fair amount. I was up 4 trades ish. And then at the end, I was up 3 trades. The back testing. Uh, no, that wasn't me trading subjectively in the back testing, Swaggy. That was me trading the same way I'm trading right now, which is still fairly. It's still fairly subjective, but it's trading. Um, I'm not just kind of doing whatever I want. So like now, I'm able to enter longs, and I'm triggered into longs right now. So for your guys' sake, I'll take this trade. But what I think is going to happen, and this will just kind of confirm it, what I think is going to happen is it's going to pull back for the inverse head and shoulders, stop me out, and then probably go back up. Obviously, I hope it doesn't happen, but I am confirmed this trade. If it were the first hour price action, this is a trade that I would have to take. So I'll take this trade as my last trade. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it just goes up. But, that's kind of what I'm feeling. I called the short squeeze. Like I was so right, and that's what really pisses me off about this hour. Like it's not like I'm not predicting exactly what's likely to happen. Like almost to the T. I'm not willing to have a stop loss more than that, by the way. That's too big of a loss. Pretty much a 2.0 risk to reward. Kills me though, man. Like we were in. I called the bottom candle. I was in here. If I was in here, it would have been a much different story. But I was in here, barely got my stop loss. And then I called the short squeeze happening on this red candle. In the very next candle, the squeeze starts. But I'm not in. So I have to follow my, well, I don't have to, which I'm not going to do anymore, but the proper edge that I trade with in the first hour, that's not it. Chris, I already tried that. I tried that on Monday. Wasn't a fan. It wasn't terrible, but I wasn't a fan. Oh, without typing the options alert, I still type the options alerts, but I streamed my futures trading. Wasn't a huge fan. Not to be optimistic or anything, but I think I may need to go for the 61 APT. I'll see how it goes. You know, if it consolidates, I'll consider it. I mean, what would the 61 APT be? It would be like right here. 95.50. Kind of like the 61 APT, not gonna lie. We are sweeping a lot of resistance now. I'm not moving my stop loss to break even unless we get to this high. We'll see. But once again, we did hit huge gains. We hit 43 points on NQ. 61.8 should hit if it actually bullishly consolidates. Man, it freaking kills me, dude. Oh my gosh, it kills me so much. I hate this time of day so much. I'm actually despising streaming because of it. Like, called the bottom. I drew the box. I told you guys how freaking bullish I was here. I took a reversal trade on this candle. Huge green to red. Took it on this candle. Barely swept me. It's like this would have been such a big win. This would have been one of the biggest wins we've had on NQ, or the biggest this year, which is 150 points on NQ if it gets there. We'll see if it gets there though. This is a very good place to pull back. If I wasn't in, I'd be looking for a dip buy on this pullback. Didn't really pull back enough. I'm gonna leave my PT at the 61.8. I'm hoping ES actually gets to the supply cluster here. Remember, this supply is fake. The supply that it's in is fake. I don't know why my personal indicators glitch. Type in chat if you guys have the supply and demand indicator. You guys don't have these supply zones here, right? Because these are broken. I don't know. I don't know why they're here on my screen. But anyways, this is real supply up here, and I'm looking for ES to get to up here. I don't have the supply there. Good, good. I think it's a my trading view thing, not updating like it should. Like the candlesticks aren't registering because on the bigger time frames I don't have that supply there. It's just on the 1 minute something's wrong with my trading view. Or I do have it on the 5 minute. What the hell? Which time frame did I not have it on? It was like the 45-minute. Yeah, I only have one of them on this time frame. On the really big time frame, I don't have any of them. No, see, they're gone. So I don't know why my trading view's bugging. What happened to your wing, by the way? It just doesn't work. Something's wrong with it. No one knows what's wrong with it, but it just doesn't work. Ever since I installed the aftermarket wing, it just car's bugging out. So it's sitting in the dealership. It's been sitting in the dealership for about a week now. I don't think it's even close to being done. And the dealership charges me $245 an hour. So gonna be doing the safety squint when I walk into the dealership and get um, the quote for what they did. Looks like NQ's flipping a little bit weak. There's just a lot of liquidity here. We have these three highs right here. We got a lot. Kills me, man. We called it perfectly. Like, story of my life during this time of day. Story of my life. Any other time of day, though, what I call actually happens and I'm able to get into it. That's why I tried this week to trade the first hour at the same time, but I just can't do it. It's too much. So we're coming up on our initial PT. You can take profits if you want. If it, you can do it now or if it gets there. Even though I don't want to, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. It may sweep and come all the way back down. If that's the case, that's going to be a very sad but important journal entry that's going to be made. But I'm still hoping it pulls back and consolidates before it gets that high, because that's gonna extend this run. Anyone know what happened to King? What happened to King? Who's King? Dude fell off the earth. Who is that? Who's King? Kingmaker? Oh, that guy? Is he someone important? Is he like a member here? What is he? I think I've heard him in chat before, but oh yeah. I'm so upset. I should have been in. I mean, the other trades were fine. The other two trades they were fine. It's what it is. But this trade, this was a painful stop loss right here. That's very painful. No, not the alerter swag game member. Well, I'm gonna hang on my phone because we got a long time before anything happens. Well, this is a nice potential bull flag forming. If we head back up roughly here to my white line, that is going to look really, really good. So that's what I'm hoping to see at the moment. We may be doing second hour things, as in missing pivots, because that is a big break to the downside. We may actually have another bright green to red trade on our hands to wrap up this fantastic second hour. We have 4 minutes until the second hour is done. Not trading after this, though. But just further proves my, if this trade stops out, it just further proves my point. Like, this time of day, there's not a worse time of day to trade than this time. It is so on my shit list. I'm trading it one more day tomorrow, and I'm not going to trade anymore. Wow, looks like I end up putting in massive bearish consolidation, which is crazy because while the downtrend was there, this bearish consolidation is way, 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 way too big. So I'm not actually thinking this bearish. I'm thinking it's going to break to the downside and then do something like this. That's what I think it's going to do. Looks like a stop loss, though. It was a great attempt, great trade. You know, it does, and you know what's nice is it would have sucked if it swept my first PT and then went down, but it didn't. So it doesn't matter where I had my PT, it was going to stop at anyways. So that's 3 green to red trades in a row. You gotta love to see it. You just mark this down real quick. Tomorrow's my last day of trading this time of day because it's every single day, man. It's not a good time to trade. Do you plan on replacing the time frame with a different hour? Not live streaming. I'm gonna trade without live streaming for a bit so I can actually make some money, trade a little bit looser without as tight as rules, and see what I come up with. But I also still have to complete my back testing too. So I'll keep you guys updated on the results. I'll still trade this time of day tomorrow, but it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? But all right, good luck for all you guys that continue to trade. Pretty bright red day today on futures. 0-4. Every single trade except this one was a green to red trade, but this one was a flawless stop loss, as in it barely got my stop loss and it went right back the direction. So very painful second hour, but that's just what happens. So all right. We have a lesson after market close. We're going to be watching it. It's not going to be a new one. And then all you mentorship people, I'm going to be reaching out. That's going to be set up today and tomorrow. We need to be ready to go by the 1st. And then next week, we're going to be starting all sorts of stuff inside of the server. But all right. Good luck if you continue trading. I'll let you guys know how I do later in the day today, 4th and 5th hours when I plan on trading. And yeah, if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys later.